Happy Friday. It's September 29th, the last Friday of the month of September. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot, and today is one of my favorite days of the week because it's the Where's Waldo version here at TV8. We don't know where Mark Sassy is, but he is out and about in the community showing us all of the exciting things that's happening, plus what's going on this weekend and much more. On today's show, we've got Bill Humbert, the stigma and the scariness of job applications. He'll give us some tips and tricks on how to navigate that. We'll be looking at the sports report with Robbie and much more. So hour one of Good Morning Vail starts now.
So many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
All right, buddy, welcome to Good Morning Vail. I'm live out here at Nottingham Lake. Let me pop my hood off now. There was a little bit of a chill in the air the first thing this morning. For Friday, we're looking at the 29th day of September. We are knocking on the doors to the weekend. We're knocking on the doors to October. And Mother Nature has truly blessed Eagle County and all of Colorado with some spectacular weather over the past couple of weeks. Things are definitely going to be the same through the weekend. And then we're going to see a short-term dramatic shift coming our way on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Let's take a look at your forecast for Friday, let you know kind of what's coming your way through the weekend. As we look at the day for today, we're going to see temperatures 45 degrees first thing at about 8 o'clock. We'll see a high of 74 degrees today for Vail. Winds out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly sunny skies all day long around Eagle County. That hourly forecast for Vail shows you, for the most part, sunny skies all the way through the evening hours, with our high temperature coming about probably right around 3:30 in the afternoon today. I-70 drive, if you're headed to Denver or coming up from the Front Range, temperatures in Denver today 85 and lots of sunshine down there. For Vail 74, for Avon 76, and a high temperature in Eagle of 77 with bright sunny skies. A few clouds passing through here and there, but they're not going to amount to really any moisture at all. Tonight we're going to see a low of about 40 degrees. Sun setting at 6:53. Clear skies with a breeze out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And now we look at that 5-day forecast. Saturday and Sunday still looking to be sunny. Temperatures 72 for Saturday, a high of 65, and mostly sunny skies for Sunday, with a 10% chance as our next weather system rolls in. For Monday, 32 degrees for a low, 68 degrees for a high temperature, partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of maybe something passing on through. But then for Tuesday, a low of 29, a high of 54, a rainy day with a 50% chance of moisture. And then for Wednesday, there is a possibility of some rain and even some snow showers. 57 for a high on Wednesday with a low of 28 for Wednesday. So a dramatic shift, just dropping in to visit, letting you know that within a short period of time, 42 days to be exact, Vail will be opening for the 23-24 winter season for skiing and snowboarding up on Vail Mountain. Beaver Creek will open on November the 22nd, but 42 days for Vail from today. Today is also National Coffee Day, so load up on that caffeine. I want to talk about an event happening in the town where I spend most of my time in Minturn, where I run Minturn Anglers. This weekend will be the 4th annual Minturn Home Down Throwdown. Now, the way this works is it's going to be a kickoff to fall and a full day celebration of kind of celebrating the local artists from around our community. So throughout the town of Minturn, there's going to be 4 different stages set up, and you're going to find one at Kirby Cosmos, one at the Agora, one at the Minturn Saloon, and then one at Little Beach Park. And the times are going to be staggered, so you can make sure to be able to catch some of every performance going on there. In terms of bringing food, supplying food. When you're at Little Beach Park, you can bring your own booze. You can also bring your own food, picnic tables. They just want you to bring a low back chair so you're not blocking anybody behind you. And then for Kirby's and the saloon, all the food and beverages must be purchased there on site. For the Agora stage, you can buy food from local restaurants and bring it in, or you can buy food from right there. But one of my fishing guides, Tom Rushlow, will be performing at the Agora, which is right next to Sunrise Minturn on Main Street at 6 o'clock on tomorrow, on Saturday. But performances throughout the day at all the different stages. You can go to Minturn's website to find out more information about this kind of nifty event. It is a lot of fun, brings a lot of the local community into Minturn. Now that the Minturn market has subsided for the season, still another way to bring some more community people and, you know, people that want to just check out music. If you're coming up from Denver and you want to find something different and new, swing by Minturn. All right, we're taking a quick break and then we're going to check back in with Kim in the studio and she's going to kind of update you on what's happening with local sports. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Bleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the Friday morning edition of Good Morning Vail. It's time for that back half weekly sports update with Robbie. He talks all things softball, soccer, volleyball, and football. Let's have a look at all of the conversations he had this week.
All right, thanks for joining us. So not much action in the back half of the week for sports, as most teams in the Valley took off and traveled to play games at other schools outside of the area, but one team did stick around, Eagle Valley High softball, and they took on Rifle Thursday evening. A beautiful view of the harvest moon in Gypsum made it a perfect night for some softball as Eagle Valley hosted Rifle. Lily Burek at the plate now. She'll let it rip, and that is gone for the home run. Devils make it a 5-9 game in the bottom of the fourth, and they'll add to it with the bases loaded as Nia Wesley comes home off a walk. Over to the top of the fifth, Bella D'Agostino's pitch is in the dirt. Catcher makes the throw to first, but it's high, and Rylan Petrie will come home. Bears will only get one in that inning, so moving over to the bottom of the fifth, Bailey Costello at the plate, throws no good. She'll walk, and Wesley will come home on the loaded bases. 7-10, Rifle out in front. Another walk will bring D'Agostino home. 8-10 Rifle, and this hit from Audrey Crowley will make it a one-score game. Things are heating up, but it isn't good enough as Rifle will hold on and beat Eagle Valley 15-9. Well, in the fall, it's all about soccer here in the Valley, and who's the best on the field? Right now, VMS is pretty hot on the field, and they took on a struggling Summit High team at home to see how much damage they could do against a Class 4A opponent. Vail Mountain School looking to start their week 1-0, while Summit hope to turn things around against a high-caliber Class 2A opponent. Girl Rangers take an early 2-0 lead, but Summit will jump back into the game with Santi Cascal, who nails the header off of the pass from Dale Valeas. VMS will retaliate with Rutley Heineman on the free kick. He'll let it roll right into the net, and the Girl Rangers will take that 3-1 lead. VMS back on the attack. They get it to Will Roy, who has a step on the defense, gets close, and rolls it past the keeper to bring the Girl Rangers up 4-1. But the Tigers will fight back and pounce. Griffin Gambio will slide this one past Hunter Iverson to bring Summit within 2 at the half, and Mark Marvel puts up another to make this a one-score game, moving over to the second half. Vail Mountain School in a bind and needing to score soon to keep the Tigers out of reach, and they'll do it with Drew Johnson as he lifts it over the keeper's head on the free kick to put the Girl Rangers up 5-3, and that's how this one will end. VMS improves to 7-3 on the season, and we caught up with a couple players after the game. We're here now with Drew Johnson, scored an awesome goal today in the matchup with Summit High. 5-3 final score, big win for the Girl Rangers. Drew, what are your just kind of final thoughts here after that matchup with Class 4A opponent Summit?
I mean, we just played a great game with our team, great team ball, and it's just having trust with our teammates that leads us to our success.
Okay, and kind of walk me through that goal. You know, you line up for that PK, what's going through your head, and then as soon as you kick it, ball goes to the back of the net. What are your thoughts? What are your emotions? Give me everything.
I mean, again, it first starts off with the trust of my teammates, of me, that gives me that confidence to take that shot. And it's really just picking a spot on the ball, picking a spot in the goal, and then just visualizing what you want to happen. And then just letting it rip, kind of hope for the best.
Okay, do you kind of just get there, black out, let it rip, and then,
Exactly.
you know, if it's in, you're throwing your arms up in the air celebrating?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Okay, well, talk to me about the confidence. You said confidence from your teammates. Building you up is huge. What do they kind of say to you before you kind of take your spot there and let her rip?
I mean, all they're saying is, yeah, this is all you. You got this, man. You've been doing this all practice. That's really all it is. You got this.
Okay, and this game was kind of a dogfight. You guys held that 2-point margin, you know, went up 5-3 final. But what's the most difficult part about playing a Class 4A team? They're such a bigger school. They got more depth. What do you think the most challenging part is there?
I mean, with those bigger schools, it gets a lot chippier and a lot more physical. They got bigger guys, sometimes faster guys, but it's really our chemistry from our team that holds us together. I mean, every day in school, we see like each and every one of our teammates, and we talk. We're all friends, which I think may lack in those bigger schools. And we're just a really close team. Everybody likes everybody, and that kind of leads to our chemistry.
So the camaraderie is just in school, on the practice field, and in games. It's always there.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you tell to, you know, maybe a fan or a player from another team that says y'all aren't legit? You get bailed out by the refs, you know, the full nine with all the excuses. What do you tell them to convince them that you're legit, you have the talent, our record shows we're that team to beat?
I mean, just look at our results and what we've been putting up against these big schools, and just come watch us play, I guess. And then we'll show you what we're really all about.
Okay, and kind of dissecting this, win over Summit High, 5-3 final score. What did you really like from your team on both sides of the ball, attacking the goal and maybe defending the goal?
It really starts with communication all the way, starting from the goalie, working all the way up to the strikers and even on the bench. It's just that talking and communication that leads us to be strong in our formation, that leads us to play better soccer.
And you've got a great goalie down there in Hunter. He's tall, he's got the physical for him, but he seems like a great communicator too. Is he just always in your ear wherever you are on the field?
He's always talking. You can always hear him. All the feedback that he gives is perfect. It's a really good way of knowing if you're doing it well or if you're doing it wrong. And he really does that very nicely, which is great to have.
Okay, and Crested Butte coming up Friday, they're a high caliber opponent. What are you going to be focused on when you take the field over there in Crested Butte before playing them?
It's really just starting out hot, coming out strong. If we come out on our heels, then it's kind of hard to get back in the game, So games where we start off hot, it's really hard for the other team to kind of get a grip of it. So yeah, just coming out hot and working with our team well.
Okay, and what do you kind of like about matching up with a Class 2A opponent, a higher caliber one, especially in Crested Butte?
I mean, it really depends, but a team like Crested Butte, really good team. They've always kind of been good. We've had a lot of good matchups with them in the past, especially in the playoffs of last season. Bit of a shootout there, really exciting game. So I think it's just kind of focusing on just like playing with our teams and not worrying about them.
Okay, and you got the better of Crested Butte last year in the playoffs. Do you think they're going to be remembering that when you take the field this Friday?
100%. That's all they're going to be thinking about, and that's all we're going to be thinking about as well. So it's going to get chippy. It's going to be a fun game.
Vail Mountain School with that 5-3 win over Summit High. Joining me right now, Rutley Heineman. Rutley, what'd you like from today's game against Summit High?
Kind of keeping our emotions under control. They were talking the whole game, and we stayed composed, and we got the win. And yeah, it was just a great all-around game from the team.
Yeah, there was a lot of noise. I was sitting sideline right there, heard some comments, maybe some not so polite things, but how do you keep all that noise out of your head when you're in game mode like that?
Kind of just go back to basics, play how we play. Kind of just, just try to keep it out of your heads. Just stay composed during the whole entire game, and we did that. And I think that's the main reason how we got the win.
Okay, and getting off the field, what do you tell to like a player or maybe a fan from the other team that says you guys are not legit, like you get bailed out by the refs, dumps the whole body of excuses on you? What do you say to tell them, look at our record, we're legit?
Yeah, just look at our record. I mean, last year, obviously, no fluke. We're here this year to come back and go back to back. It's not a fluke. We'll be back.
Okay, in 5-3, there were some times in this game where, Summit was climbing back in there. How did you guys just stay focused and keep adding goals to the game?
I think we, as a team, kind of just kept moving together. We stayed together as a team as we moved throughout the whole entire field. We stayed really composed on defense, and we kind of just passed the ball around and got the win.
Okay, and Summit, they're a 4A school. Y'all are 2A. What's the most difficult part about playing, a schooler in a higher division with more bodies at their school?
I just think, before the game, going into it, they kind of just write us off. So we have to prove every single game against the bigger school that we are a legit, very good team, and we're here to stay and we're here to win.
Okay, and how sweet is it when you knock off a school with more depth on their program and roster?
It's really nice. It kind of shows just how good our team is for just a small school, and just how far we can go as a team, hopefully throughout the playoffs and the season.
Okay, and Drew, I had him over here a minute ago. He was telling me, one thing about bigger schools are, the camaraderie's not there on the soccer field that it may be in a smaller school like VMS, in the classroom, on the field at practice, or just in a game. They have less opportunities for that as there's more kids walking around that high school. What do you have to say kind of in relation to that? Do you feel like, the same way the camaraderie is just there in the classroom, it's on the field, and it's in the middle of a game?
Yeah, I think we're all just a very tight-knit group, just as a team. And like you could hear on the field, they were arguing between themselves. That's just stuff that we don't do. We trust each other, and we are one team, and nobody's bigger than the team, and we're here to win as a team. So. Yeah.
Okay. And you got Crested Butte on the schedule. They're a high caliber 2A opponent. What do you guys need to be thinking about ahead of that matchup?
I think going in with confidence, kind of just like this game, they are 3A school. They are very strong as well. We played them in playoffs last year. We had to come from behind multiple times, so they're definitely a strong team. So we're gonna have to play some good soccer.
Okay, and I got to bring up last year too. Y'all fell behind in that game in the postseason, then you kind of brought your team back in it. Do you think they're going to be looking at you with the sour taste in their mouth come Friday?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. But yeah, definitely.
Awesome, Rutley. Anything you want to add today?
No, that's it. Yeah, thank you.
Gotta love Rutley Heineman. He's awesome to interview and a key component of the Gore Rangers. Looking now at some other scorers on the soccer field around the Valley, Battle Mountain knocked off Palisades 7-1 to improve to 9-1 on the season, while Glenwood Springs, on the other hand, fell short to Rifle 0-2, and they're going to drop to 5-3-1 on the year. Glenwood Springs took on Summit High, looking to improve to 6-3-1, while the Tigers of Summit hope to pick up their 5th win of the season, but the Demons, they're going to knock off the Tigers 4-2. Battle Mountain, on the other hand, took on Steamboat, who they had already beaten once this year, but tied them up this time 5-5 at Steamboat. The Huskies now sit 9-1-1 on the year, and Basalt also took on Moffat County, knocked off the Bulldogs 5-0. On the volleyball court for the second time this season, Battle Mountain took on rival school Palisade, and they got swept by the Bulldogs 3-0. That Huskies curse, man, remains relevant within that volleyball program as they've now lost 5 straight. Basalt also took on North Fork and went home with the sweep of the Miners 3-0.
Good morning, Vail.
Purchase an Access card and save 20% at participating retailers between now and September 30th. Each card purchased provides 1 full day of a professional adaptive assistance for a person in need. Your $55 donation allows Access Unbound to continue doing incredible work in our community. Shop local, support local, and make an incredible impact. Buy yours at au-accesscard.org.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hi there, everyone. On today's episode of Good Day Vail, we will be focusing in on the Vail Valley Businesswomen's Association, where we have Pam Elliott, the president of the organization, as well as Becca Chapin, the programming director, to tell us everything there is to know about VVBW and how you can get involved. So come back and watch Good Day Vail.
A lot of people have really come up to us in the last few months and expressed how dynamic they feel that the group is. There's a lot more young professionals like myself involved, which is really great and really fun. A lot more women kind of stepping outside of their comfort zones to come to meet new people, which is really wonderful. And just to be able to see and give women a place where they feel comfortable coming and sharing their goals. Some women have the most amazing goals out here in the Valley, and as Pam mentioned with some of our speakers that we have coming up, I mean, we have some really strong women speakers coming. So I didn't even know that there was so many fascinating people out here. So this organization has really brought that to my attention, which is really wonderful. So it's done a ton, and I think just really bringing people together and creating that community is beautiful.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm on my way down to Bob the Bridge now, right here in Avon, across from the Westin. And it's a spectacular first thing looking out here this morning. The leaves, the trees along the riverside with that sun coming up and over. It is a beautiful morning. Get out and enjoy some of that beautiful foliage. It's only going to continue to get brighter and brighter as those aspens change. Let's take a look at your weather for Friday. We'll jump ahead and look at that weekend. Big change coming our way next week for a few days, but today we're going to see about 45 degrees around 8 o'clock, 74 for a high today. Winds out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and mostly sunny skies over the course of your Friday. Your hourly forecast will be in the 40s into the 60s, mid-70s, midday, 74, that high temperature coming your way about right around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Denver temperatures today, 85, sunny down there. Lots of sunshine around Vail with a high of 74. Avon, sunny and 76. And Eagle, 77 and sunshine. Tonight we'll see a low of about 40 degrees, sun setting at 6:53. Clear skies over the course of the evening with a slight breeze out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Jumping ahead for the weekend, for the last day of September and the first day of October. Sunshine for both of those days, 72 for a high on Saturday. 65 for a high on Sunday with a 10% chance of something passing on through, maybe just a little bit of moisture, maybe some cloud cover. For Monday, though, a big change starting, 30% chance of moisture, partly cloudy skies with a high of 68 for Monday with a low of 32. And then Tuesday, a high of 54 degrees with a low of 29, 50% chance of rain coming our way. And then for Wednesday, 28 degrees for that low temperature, 57 for the high. And National Weather Service is calling for a 50% chance of rain showers and even possibly some snow showers. So it is kind of that time of the year when we start to see the shift, and we will start seeing it. So start bundling up when you get out there, and plan on sunshine during the daytime once again, but there's going to be a little bit of a change in that weather forecast coming. I don't know if any of you had a chance to follow what was going on last night in the skies, but it was the harvest moon. It was also the fourth and the final supermoon of 2023. And that moon last night was spectacular. It was actually setting right as we wrapped up started the show this morning, right before 7 o'clock. I was over at Nottingham Lake and I could watch it kind of drop behind the hillside to the west behind Cordillera. That moon last night was about 5% bigger and 13% brighter than the average full moon. And it did reach its peak illumination. Here's a couple photos from around my yard last night as it was going up, and then one in the middle of the evening. Now the supermoon usually denotes a full moon that's closer to the Earth, and it appears larger and brighter in the night sky. It was 224,000 miles away from Earth, which is about 14,000 miles closer than its average distance. That's why it looked bigger than that, okay? The name Harvest Moon is a focus on having all of the farmers in the Midwest being able to get out and harvest their crops underneath the light of the moon, right in front of, the first signs of frost. So it gives them that big opportunity. But I wanted to touch a little bit real quick on what the full moon does for the fishing community. It's pretty interesting. So if fish had the choice, they would feed more during the evening time because fish don't have irises to regulate allowing light into their eyes. So if they can feed during the evening time, then they can do it under a full moon. It's a lot safer for them, and they'll do it over the course of the entire night. And that's what's happening right now. That's why the fishing during the day is a little bit trickier. All right, we've got more coming up with Rob with our sports report from Eagle County after the break.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com, because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tv8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, Robbie is giving us all of the sports updates. Let's have a look at that second half of that conversation.
This past weekend, both football teams in the Valley played games on the road. Vail Christian, they took on Front Range Academy and ultimately fell 24-28. So naturally, we had to go over to Edwards to talk with head coach Tim Pearson and the team to find out what the struggles were in that matchup and what the team needs to focus on ahead of their matchup Friday with Plateau Valley. Well, it's week 6 for high school football here in the Centennial State, and Vail Christian, they've got a game coming up this Friday at 7 p.m. against Plateau Valley. They're sitting at 1-4 on the season. Vail Christian 2-2 on the year, looking to pick up their 3rd win of the year. Joining me right now, head coach Tim Pearson of Saints football. Coach, what are you guys kind of focusing on this week to get ready for that game on Friday?
We're really focused on us. We felt coming out of that win with McClave, and then we tried to fix some things going into the Front Range loss. But it's really, we got to focus on us getting better at the little things. So kind of just a lot of focus inward right now.
Okay, focusing on a little more detail this week in practice. If you could go back to last week, dissect that loss against Front Range. What kind of went wrong there on that field in that game?
Well, it's interesting. You watch the film, you review it. It's the same story from the week before where we came out with a win. One missed assignment or mistake sets a hole for the offense, and so not being able to move the ball and score was difficult. So a missed assignment by different folks on each play, just 7 guys doing their job, 1 miss, or 6 guys doing their job and 2 misses, and just that consistency of, hey, let's all be on the same page for 8 guys doing their job, because that's important to be successful. So that we got to get better at nailing down our 2-point conversions. We worked a ton on it last week and still couldn't execute on converting our 2-point conversions. So that's another thing we got to continuously get better at that we're looking to do.
Okay, and a lot of coaches tell me that, those losses are pretty important because you learn a lot about your program, really, and those not so great outcomes. But what do you think you guys took away from that game that you could maybe implement in this one Friday?
Oh, it's definitely, do less. We are pretty much do less team, but we need to we call them our sainted 6 plays. It's a power, it's a counter, it's a sweep, it's an ISO, and we gotta execute those plays really, really well, and the rest of it. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And coming out of a loss like that, it really hurts. It really stings. Great credit to the other team. They had an excellent scheme and plan, showed us some things different from what we were expecting on film, but yet our blocking rules and assignments still answer all those things. So getting back to those rules, getting back to just knowing our assignments and executing.
Okay, and 2-2 on the season, probably not where you want to be, but at the same time, the season's far from over. There's still room to make improvements and still come out on top of that regular season schedule where you want to be sitting. How much would a win Friday spark up that locker room?
Oh, anytime you win, it's a good feeling. Anytime you lose, it's a bummer feeling. So I would say, yeah, a win would be huge. And so that's definitely our focus and the energy. And it's homecoming week for us, so all those distractions are going on. But yeah, it would be awesome.
Okay, and with homecoming, like you just pointed out, some other little distractions going on maybe on campus before you hit the football field before practice. But what have you guys really focused on? What have you told your guys? Be thinking about this week.
It's just getting back to those assignments and doing your job and not taking a play off or making sure that we're all on the same page for executing. And so just that same thing. I sound like I'm repeating myself, but it is that simple. We gotta, and just also like when it is a 2-point conversion, that hey, this is important. We scored, we're happy, we're excited, but we still have 2 points left on the board out there we got to get.
Okay, and we're nearing kind of that halfway point of the season, coming up on it. Are there any kind of unexpected but positive surprises that you didn't really see coming? Maybe this season when you first took the field, week 1 of practice?
I'm happy the grass is still green and we got some warm weather. I mean, it's a nice warm week. It hasn't started snowing yet. So all those things are super positive. For the most part, we're pretty healthy, and so I'm pleased with that. There's some injuries here and there, but so for the most part, just thankful for that and just the opportunity to come out and play. Good group of kids. So when you're in it with a good group of kids, it's always fun.
Okay, and anything you'd like to add?
No, thanks for doing this and covering high school sports.
Yeah, not a problem at all. It's always my pleasure. Make sure to come out Friday as Vail Christian. We'll be taking on Plateau Valley. So stay tuned for that game coming up Friday at 7 p.m. We'll do some player interviews now. Vail Christian, they've got a big one this week against Plateau Valley, sitting at 1-4 on the season. Joining me right now, wide receiver, tight end combo, and defensive end, Will Newman. Will, what are your thoughts ahead of this game with Plateau Valley?
We have a lot to prove. We came off of a really tough loss. We all put our hearts on the line. It's a tough loss. They're 1-3, I believe, so there's a team we should really come out and have a statement game. Yeah, so we should be able to prove some things to the whole league.
Okay, and how's kind of the locker room feeling coming down from that loss last week? Are they, hungry for redemption, or are you guys down at all? Like, tell me kind of the mindset. Walk me through that locker room feeling.
After the game, it was a tough probably hour, and kind of the bus ride home, we kind of let each other soak in this feeling of a loss that was tough. And we watched some film yesterday, and then we kind of were like, we're flushing it. It's behind us. We made our mistakes. We're going to learn from it and go to the next one.
Okay, and what do you kind of think the main focus is this week in practice to kind of get in control of the game early and maybe take that dub this Friday?
It's an effort thing. We mentally have had a lot of mistakes, and it's just a lack of effort sometimes, and so we have to be able to flip a switch that we haven't found yet, but that's the focus this week, is find that switch.
Okay, and we're nearing kind of that halfway point in the season. You guys have played 4 games. It's around week 6 or so. Any unexpected surprises maybe with the team that maybe are positive that you didn't expect to see this season?
We have a lot more athletes than we thought we were going to have coming into this year, and we have so much potential. It's just we got to unlock it. And so, like I said, it's finding that switch. Once we find it, I think we're going to be a scary team.
Okay, and what aspects do having more depth have?
A lot of things. It's good in a lot of ways because everyone can play every position, but at the same time it makes it challenging sometimes because everyone has to kind of know everything. So there's good and bad with it, but we're excited for it.
Okay, and with this game coming up against Plateau Valley, as soon as you step on the field, what do you want to happen from your team?
Like I said, it's just an effort thing. We have to be able to give it our 100% the whole game. And when we do, I think we should really be able to blow this team out of the water.
Okay, and back to that loss last weekend, what do you think you learned along the way in that loss? You know, you learn a lot from winning, but I think you learn even more from some of those L's you take along the way. If you could just elaborate a little.
For sure, yeah, no, it's, I think as leaders we have to hold each other to higher accountability. Sometimes when we see someone miss a play, it's like, okay, whatever, next play. But I think we have to check in with each other. When someone misses a block, go over to them, constructive criticism. Yeah, it's just important as leaders. I think we have to hold each other to a different level because we're capable of that level. We just haven't been playing at that level yet.
Okay, and at 2-2 on the season, you know, probably not the way you guys wanted to start off the year in those 4 games, but at the same time, you know, there's a lot of season left, plenty of time to turn that around. What would a win this week do for that locker room to get them fired up again?
It's homecoming, so there'll be a lot of students in the crowd, and yeah, it's just it's our first league game, so we're still technically undefeated in league. So the goal is to go. We have basically all league games going out through the rest of the year. So win out the league games, be league champs, and then hopefully get a high seeding for playoffs.
Okay, awesome. Anything you want to add?
No, we're excited for the rest of the year.
All right, let's go Saints then. Stay tuned for Friday night as Vail Christian. They got an important game this Friday, 7 p.m. right here on the field across from the high school. Make sure you come out and support. After starting their season off in perhaps the most unexpected way, Colorado football finally lost their first game of the season to Pac-12 foe Oregon on the road in Eugene.
The 10th-ranked Ducks hosted the 19th-ranked Buffs for what turned into a beatdown in Eugene as Colorado fell to Oregon 42-6. The team will focus their attention on a matchup with 8th-ranked USC back home in Boulder, only they may be doing it without their star defensive back Shiloh Sanders. Sanders, he suffered from an undisclosed injury in Saturday's loss, but Coach Prime, in a presser Tuesday, remains optimistic for his son's return this weekend. Now taking a look over at the Week 5 AP Top 25 poll, Colorado no longer in the conversation after that huge loss on the road in Eugene, but listed below in receiving votes to get back in, along with Air Force, who's undefeated on the year at 4-0. Air Force, they're going to match up with San Diego State on Saturday after coming off a huge win over San Jose State last Friday. The Falcons take on the Aztecs Saturday at 6 p.m. Colorado State hosts FCS opponent Utah Tech on Saturday, which will come at 5 p.m. Transitioning over to Division II football, Colorado School of Mines still standing proud at number 2 in the country, while Western Colorado moved up a couple spots and is sitting at number 17. Both RMAC schools are undefeated on the year and remain the only 2 schools from the Centennial State in Division II football that are ranked. CSU Pueblo, they were in the conversation, hit the board once this season, but it was short-lived as they played Western and Mines back-to-back to fall to 1-3 on the season.
So all in all, not the best weekend for football here in the Valley. Whether you're an Eagle Valley fan, a Vail Christian fan, a Colorado Buffs fan, but let me tell you, it only got worse Sunday when the Broncos traveled to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
I don't even want to talk about this one because it's just embarrassing, but the Broncos sustained probably one of the worst losses in franchise history as they fell by 50 to the Dolphins. Russell Wilson, I mean, he looked all right, but the defense could not hold it together as they allowed the Dolphins to put up 70 points in 4 quarters. Broncos dropped to 0-3 on the season and will play the Bears in Chicago this Sunday. That game is going to kick off around 11 a.m.
So with the Broncos falling to 0-3 on the season, I think it's about time we cross their name off the list for who we think we're going to see in the postseason this year in the NFL. But maybe they'll turn a corner this weekend as they take on a struggling Bears team. Make sure to continue coming back to us for all the latest sports coverage around the Valley and beyond. We'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Thank you, Robbie, for that sports update. Sounds like there are a lot of exciting things happening here in the Valley in regard to all things sports. Coming into this next segment, speaking of sports and moving on to the next stages of your life, if you are looking for a job, I know it can be very daunting, especially navigating that application process. We've got Bill Humbert telling us how we can better equip ourselves and find the better job to apply to help you better your future. So let's take a look at that conversation.
Welcome back to the show. We are now joined by Bill Humbert, the recruiter guy, to give us a little bit of information on how to kind of navigate the difficulties of submitting job applications over the internet. Welcome to the show, Bill.
Thank you, Ben. It's great to be back.
Well, it's so great to have you again. And so, as I was saying, it can be a little bit difficult navigating the job search online, just sitting there and looking at hundreds of job postings and not really knowing where to start. And after you do start, so many people have had the experience of sending out tons and tons and tons of job applications only to see nothing in return. So how would you recommend people go about beginning their job search online?
Well, Ben, you know, I took this photo of the penguins down in Simonstown, South Africa in July, and it immediately made me think of all of the candidates who are kind of like in that group of penguins, and they're just so frustrated because they're sending resume after resume after resume after resume and never hearing back from the company. And then there was this one penguin that said, "I've had enough. I'm out of here." And he started waddling away from the group and to do things differently. And that's what I suggest that professionals do. They need to go and start doing things differently in their search in order to get better results. And I call it posting and hoping someone is looking at my resume. And so that's, be the successful person who networks their way to a new position.
Well, and I gotta say, that's largely been my experience in the job search as well, that I've submitted hundreds of applications online, and occasionally I'll get an email response back, but I've almost never gotten an interview from an online job application. But pretty much every job I've ever had has been through some personal connection, whether it's been a friend, an old roommate, or maybe even an old coworker that I've been able to rely on to, figure out where people are hiring a little bit more and get my foot right in the door there with that little bit of a personal connection. And I imagine that's what you're talking about when you're talking about networking.
Absolutely. That personal connection can make all of the difference in the world in your career search.
What if we're really struggling with that? Like whether it's just our social network just doesn't quite have the right connections, or if I'm trying to get into a new market or a new career that I don't necessarily have a whole lot of connections in that industry, how would you recommend that people begin their networking journey?
Well, you've probably heard of the 6 degrees of separation, so that I can reach anybody in the United States and probably anybody in the world. I don't really have that reach, but within the United States, I can meet anybody within 6 different phone calls. And that's how you increase your network. And that's how you go finding a job either in another industry, another area, or even within your own area.
Awesome. So just reaching out, trying to make that first phone call to get that introduction, get that foot in the door just a little bit. Like, how do you tend to go find that information? Do you take advantage of just Google searching, or are you doing something a little bit more in detail, like going through LinkedIn or combing through company directory?
Well, there's, in today's world, you could use ChatGPT and potentially be able to narrow it down to who it is that does what within the companies that you're trying to target. In addition to that, though, there's always LinkedIn. It's important for everybody. And I'm not just talking anybody, I'm talking everybody. It's important for everybody to have 501 connections on LinkedIn. And what that does is it gives you gives everybody the notification you have 500 plus connections. And the other advantage is it gives you a whole group of second and third level connections that you wouldn't have had otherwise.
So really just taking advantage of that social media, and specifically LinkedIn, the professionals' social media, to really kind of take advantage of that 6 degrees.
That's correct. The other way is, too often people forget about neighbors, forget about family. Each one of those people knows another 250 to 500 people. And many times when I've coached people who are looking for a new job, I coached them to do that, and they came back to me and they say to me, "You're not going to believe what happened." I went, "What?" "My family, my brother said, I didn't know you were looking for a job. I know exactly the person you need to talk to."
Exactly, like taking advantage of that network there. But let me ask you this. If we're not really looking for a job at this specific moment, but we never know when that moment might arise, how would you recommend that we build and maintain that network during our careers so that we do have people to rely on in times of need? Because I would imagine that starting networking right when you're looking for a job is probably not the best time to get started.
Exactly. Well, starting networking is something that you can always do. And I agree with you. It's better to keep your network warm and, call them up. Hey, just touching base, see how things are going with you. Is there anything I can do for you? And if you're offering to do something for someone else, what are they going to be more willing to do for you?
And really help build that reciprocal relationship in your network so that people are coming to you for help too. And that way, it's not just a taking relationship, it's something that you're providing value to as well. Which
that's right.
I would imagine when it comes down to finding a job, having that track record of providing value is a big deal.
It is a big deal. As a recruiter, I call myself a connector. And I've known people, have come to me, don't pay for my coaching, but they've asked me, who do I know? And I'm happy to tell them, well, maybe you should call so-and-so, here's their phone number. Or if you like, I'll do a personal introduction on email and introduce the two of you and give the contact information for both of you. So it's really important to do that because then people become much more comfortable with you as a connection. The other thing to be considering, though, you don't just stop at that first level or that first degree. You ask them at the end of your conversation, who else do you feel I should speak with next? You don't ask them to think about it, because I'll guarantee you what will happen is they'll think about it for about 3 weeks and then forget all about it. But if you ask them who they feel that you should speak with next, the knee jerk is going to be the person that you probably need to speak with.
That totally makes sense. Now, you're not recommending that we just go and start cold calling people at businesses that we would like to work at, though, right? You're trying to recommend a little bit more of a subtle and a more endearing method, if you will.
Well, I would say there is a time and a place for cold calling. And if you're in sales, you better be comfortable cold calling. And that's the time to call them. If you can and it's easy enough to find out who the VP of sales is at a company. And you call them up and say, hey, I know that you're always in the market for a good sales professional. I'm that person. When can we talk?
Awesome. Well, it sounds like a great way to get started on that job search is just reaching out to the people that are working at the places that you want to work in and just start that conversation, get that ball rolling, and that way get your name in the door, your foot in the door, your face in the door, and get that job. Well, Bill Humbert.
One more thing.
Definitely.
It's important to talk to people within the companies because in many companies, they can get a $500 to $2,000 employee referral bonus, and they're going to be much more willing to introduce you to their company if they're going to get a bonus.
Well, that is definitely some good incentive to help and reach out to those people who might be able to help get you in at the place you're looking to be. Bill Humbert, thank you so much. If people are looking for more information, make sure to check out recruiterguy.com. Bill Humbert, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be right back after a short break.
Thank you, Ben.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm Kimberly Perot, your host, and we've got Mark Sassy out in the community showing us all of the beautiful scenery and talking about all of the great events that are happening coming into the weekend. On the second half of the show, we'll be talking to Eagle Valley Library District, Megan Buchanan, adventure athlete. I am excited for this one. You're not going to want to miss it. And then Ty Stockton of the Stockton Group and Compass here to talk about 2 gorgeous properties that are on the market. You're not going to want to miss that one either. So stay tuned. Good Morning Vail, Hour 2 starts now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Hey everybody, welcome back to our second hour of Good Morning Vail for Friday, September the 29th. The views only keep getting better and better. A little further up now on the Eagle River towards the east, kind of in front of Walmart and Home Depot. Spectacular out here first thing this morning. Temperatures warming up just a little bit. Let's take a look at your weather for Friday, and then we'll jump ahead and take a look at the entire weekend into the middle of next week. We're going to be, in the low 40s right now, 45 for that temperature in Vail at 8 o'clock first thing this morning. We'll see a high in Vail of about, I think, 74 degrees is what the National Weather Service is calling for the high temperature in Vail, probably 3 to 3:30 in the afternoon. Mostly sunny skies with a breeze out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Your hourly forecast showcasing sunshine really all day long around Eagle County, and that high pressure system kind of dominating Colorado and the western United States for at least another 3 or 4 days for sure. Denver temperatures today 85 degrees with bright sunshine. We're going to see sunshine in Vail with a high of 74. 76 in sunny in Avon, 77 with sunshine to the west towards Eagle and Gypsum. And then tonight we'll see a low of about 40 degrees, 6:53 is when that sun will set. Clear skies with a breeze out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for the weekend, the last day of September, first day of October, we're going to see sunshine for Saturday and Sunday. A high in Vail on Saturday of 72, a high in Vail on Sunday of 65. A few clouds on Sunday with a 10% chance of maybe some moisture. And then for Monday, 32 for a low, 68 for that high temperature in Vail. Partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of some moisture coming our way for Tuesday. 54 degrees for the high in Vail, 29 degrees for that low temperature, and a rainy day with a 50% chance of some moisture. And then for Wednesday, 28 for a low, 57 for a high. And we're looking at a 50% chance of rain showers and even possibly, believe it or not, some snow showers. So, weather right around the corner. Winter not that far off, really, in the scheme of things. 42 days until Vail Mountain opens for the 23-24 ski and snowboard season. And then Beaver Creek will open on November the 22nd. There you go. I want to talk again a little bit about what's happening in Minturn tomorrow. It's the 4th annual Minturn Hometown Throwdown. So there's going to be 4 different stages set up around the Minturn area. One will be at the Saloon. One will be at the Agora right next to Sunrise. A little further south, Kirby Cosmos will have a stage, and a little further south from that at Little Beach Park at the amphitheater, there'll be a stage there also. Performances, this is kind of the play out. For the Agora, Jen Mack will be performing at 2 o'clock. And then one of my fishing guides, Tom Rushlow, will be performing at the Agora at 6 o'clock. Kirby Cosmos, the Tim and Christine duo at 4. And then there's a jam session, a locals jam session at Kirby's at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. At the Minturn Saloon, Ghost Horse will be performing at 5. And then at 7 o'clock, Hard Scrabble will be performing. And then at Little Beach Park at 3:15, Bomba Shack Trio, followed by the Turntable Review, followed by the Pinheads. All the proceeds benefit the Minturn Community Fund, and the event is sponsored by the town of Minturn, and all of the shows are free. Just spend some time shopping a little bit and enjoying the restaurants. The Minturn Saloon did just recently reopen after a long hiatus of construction and remodeling, so that's pretty exciting for the town of Minturn, and one of the stages will be set up in that area, so that'll be exciting to see. All right, we are taking a quick break. When we come back, we have Kim sitting down with a writer, a poet. We have all those details coming up, but this is our Friday edition of Good Morning Vail on TV8. Give you a look at that weather as we give you a look at the beautiful weather as we take a break.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Hey there, everyone. I'm Cece Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail. And today's episode is another one you don't want to miss because it really is about helping you live your best life here in the Vail Valley. We got Mark Masters in the house today, and if you don't know who he is, he's the founder of the Vail Comedy Show and the Vail Comedy Festival, and you need to be here watching to learn how you can laugh in the Valley at any time. Join us for today's Good Day Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, this next guest, we have been following her journey and all of the amazing and exciting endeavors that she takes on. Not to mention, she's just an excellent human being. So joining us today on the couch is adventure athlete, keynote speaker, lots of other lists and titles to her name, Megan Buchanan. Megan, how are you this morning?
I am great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
So I love, being new to town and learning about some of these impressive people in the community, and you are very much one of them, and everything that you're doing. So you are about to embark on the Explorers Grand Slam. This is the very last piece of it. Talk to me about it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the Explorers Grand Slam, which, I don't know how they even came up with this, just people wanting to get out there and do all these amazing things, but it is the world's 7th summit. So it's the highest peak on every continent. And then it is the last degree ski to the North and South Pole. And so I was on before, I've completed the 7 summits the end of last year. And I also have done the last degree ski to the South Pole. So all that's left is the North Pole. But the problem is there hasn't been an expedition since like 2018. There were some environmental issues and this little thing called COVID. And now, unfortunately, the geopolitical environment with the war between Russia and Ukraine, that canceled us last year.
Okay.
But I just got the call, and we have got a way and we've got a plan. But we have to move really fast. It's going to be this April. There's only a tiny window that you can really go where it's warm enough to go, but not too warm that it's melted. And the other part of this that makes it so special and unique is because the Arctic is rapidly melting. There may not be another shot at this. Next spring, it might be too much water because it's just frozen over sea ice. So extremely honored to be on a team that's going to be able to go, but we got to get in gear and get logistics ready, and super excited to become the 5th U.S. woman to complete the Explorers Grand Slam.
And you and I were talking off camera, and there's only 12 women that
Only
have done
12 women internationally.
That's
I will
incredible.
say this spring though, there's a whole bunch of us queued up. So hopefully we're gonna push a whole nother slew of women over that finish line. And I mean, honestly, of people who have ever done it, it's not that high anyway with men. Probably about 30 to 40 men have completed it.
What an incredible title.
Yeah.
Or I guess group and exclusive club to be part of.
A little bit. We're a little crazy. We're a little crazy. That's all right.
So you mentioned you got the phone call, you have to move quickly.
Yes.
So that being said, it's April 2024 is when the expedition will take place.
Yes.
But you've got to make sure that you've got everything in place, and that's financial. That's a big one.
Yes.
A very big one. And then making sure that you're training appropriately and the gear. So out of those 3 things, talk to me a bit about the sponsorship. What would you need in order to get this done? Because we are coming up on a deadline here.
We are, yeah. And you know what? Again, it's been so amazing with the other elements you've talked about too. I always say it literally takes a village to get me there. And I have so much help with my equipment and then keeping my bones aligned, orthopedic surgeon on speed dial. We've got, and then the sponsorship though, these trips, and this is part of why so few people, they are very expensive when you get into the big mountains and when you get to, flying to the poles and the far reaches of the earth. So I luckily have a really great day job, and so I have financed the majority of it. I've taken out loans, I've exhausted savings, but now what I've really started doing is athletic sponsorship, and I'm sponsored by a few small sponsorships where what that includes is I will come and do keynote speaking to your group. I talk about grit and what it takes to overcome any challenge and achieve any goal. And I also definitely love to talk about neurodiversity, which is also a really important topic right now. Happy to come and talk to your business, your schools about neurodiversity. And then there's all sorts of other things, like you could have your logo at the top of the world, the North Pole, and to complete the Explorers Grand Slam.
That gives me chills.
I
That's
know,
so cool.
it's so exciting. I will be in this, we're in these totally down and fur rough outfits, but it'd be such an amazing moment. I'm excited to see if tears freeze. But yeah, there's a million ways I'd love to work with, anyone, and sponsorship, especially for neurodivergent or female athletes, is just something that I think that's so missing in the industry. So let me be your huckleberry. I would love it.
No, I love that. I think seeing if tears freeze in the North Pole, that is just an incredible, really cool statement. And I imagine for you, it's going to be just this incredible sense of accomplishment. And then what next?
Yeah.
Getting down, that's probably going to be the big piece.
Oh, yeah. But, and there's always next. Like we were just talking about, especially to live in a mountain town, we all have this tenacity and this drive about us. And so there'll always be the next challenge. So, you know, I'm excited to see there might be another 8,000 meter peak in there too, something named K2. But we'll see how North Pole goes first. I need to get that done, but yeah.
Absolutely. So you mentioned grit. And now talk to me about GGRIT, Grit, your brand.
Yes. Now, I like to say it's kind of funny I did 2 Gs because I am dyslexic, but honestly, too, is because to trademark something, regular grit, of course, that's already taken. So it's gratitude, growth, resilience, integrity, and tenacity. And those are what I have found through my life has helped pull me through any struggle, any challenge, and then also help launch me towards any goal that I want to do. And it really all starts, of course, with gratitude. If you can find the things you're grateful for at any moment, even in the most dire of times, that's going to help like create that positivity to help lift you back up. Growth, being willing to be vulnerable, change, learn new things, be bad at something, and then grow into it. Resilience is that ability to keep getting up again and again and again towards what you want to be and where you want to be. Integrity, I think, is just something that's always been important in my life, speaking up for myself, others, doing things the right way, putting in the work. And then tenacity is what makes that growth circle, this whole grit circle, possible over and over again, is just have that burn in your belly and that tenacity to achieve.
Well, there you go, folks. An example of your keynote speaker. Get her, book her for your sponsorship.
The Arctic is on, yes.
Wow, that's just incredible. Now, you mentioned neurodiversity, and tell me about that, because I'm not super familiar with it, and I'd love to know a little bit more and how you're spreading awareness and really supporting that.
Yeah, you know, and most people may not know this, but so many well-known entrepreneurs, famous scientists, Einstein, you know, we've got Richard Branson, Elon Musk, all neurodiverse. And neurodiversity is really learning differences. I call them differences, disabilities. So it's everything from dyslexia, ADD, ADHD, autism, anything on the spectrum, you know, auditory processing disorder. And so it's things that traditionally have not in school systems been really known how to deal with. It's gotten so much better. But the most important thing is for children to be diagnosed young so that they're given the tools and they understand why they learn differently. It was a struggle for me. I luckily had amazing parents that taught me to believe it myself. They gave me the outdoors as my therapy. It was something I was naturally good at. And so that gave me the confidence to be able to put back into school. And then, yeah, I worked hard. I failed a lot and then became an aerospace engineer. So it's really important for me to not only talk to children, but adults and help them realize the strength, the drive, the grit that neurodiversity gives you. And it's actually, I would not go back if given a choice. Like, it's made me who I am, and I'm really proud of it. And everyone else should be too.
Well, I think you're just a walking testament of, you know, mind over matter and being kind to yourself and knowing that you can do things with your professional career, with your adventure athletic career. It's impressive.
And I love what you say, and we were talking about that before, and you not just neurodiversity, everyone has challenges, and we all have those negative voices inside. I have them every day. I'm just very good at shutting them down right away. But what I've learned is to truly learn who you are and love yourself for that, the good and the bad, and be kind to yourself. I feel limitless because I know even something I try, if I fail, which I don't like the word fail, but if it doesn't work out as planned, I'm all right. I know I'm going to be fine. And so learning to be kind to yourself and love yourself with that grit, like, you are unstoppable.
Unstoppable. I love that.
Yeah.
Now, where can we go for more information? You have 1 week to make this financially
a
reality.
know, right? I know. Let's go for it.
Let her reach
I
this
love
goal.
it. Thank
It's
you.
Incredible.
Yeah. So you can go to my website is ggrit.com. On the Instas is ggrit. I would love it. Megan, MEGHAN @ggritgrit.com. I will send you a sponsor pack. I would love for the Vail Valley. Let's ride to the end of this journey together. It'd be amazing.
Well, let's support local, absolutely.
I
and
love
your
it.
Instagram shows all of the cool things that you've done. So if you want to know what you're getting into, check out our Instagram, get on our social media and our website. Lots of exciting things happening. Megan, thank you so much for coming on the show. I feel so inspired heading into the weekend.
Well, I can't wait to come back when it's complete.
I can't wait to hear about it. So lots of exciting things for you. And
awesome.
We just love having you here. And
thanks for
follow
all
you
the
along.
amazing support. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now stay tuned. We have a lot more here on this second hour of Good Morning Vail. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal. And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I
so,
do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on Flash Deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Suki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
Hi, Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Good morning, Vail.
All right, everybody, welcome back to our Friday edition of Good Morning Vail for the last Friday, second to the last day of September. A little cool out here still, but the sun is making its way up and over the hillside. I'm kind of down here tucked along the Eagle River in the shade. It's definitely a little chilly down here with a little bit of a breeze. But we're going to see temperatures warm up nicely today once again with a high of around 74 degrees. We're going to see mostly sunny skies throughout the entire daytime today, maybe a few passing clouds, but there's no moisture in our forecast today. Winds out of the southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Your hourly forecast showing you, midday around noontime, 67. Around 4 p.m., 73, that warmest time of the day, right before 4 o'clock, between 3 and 4 o'clock. And we're going to have clear skies tonight. As we look at that I-70 drive, 85 and sunny in Denver, 74 for Vail today, 76 for Avon, and 77 for Eagle. And sunshine all around Eagle County for your Friday, September the 29th. Tonight we're going to see a low in Vail of 40 degrees, sun setting at 6:53. Clear skies tonight with a breeze out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then as we look ahead at that 5-day forecast, the first 4 days and the last day of September, we're going to see Saturday, a low of 41, a high of 72, mostly sunny skies in Vail. For Sunday, a low of 37 and a high of 65, mostly sunny skies with a 10% chance of some moisture. For Monday, 32 for a low, 68 for a high in Vail. Partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of a passing shower. For Tuesday, 29 for that low temperature with a high of 54. Definitely a cooler day all around. 50% chance of maybe some passing rain. And then for Wednesday, a low of 28, a high of 57, and a 50% chance of maybe some passing rain showers, and even possibly the white blanket might come and visit us. Some snow showers are possible on Wednesday also. So that's a look at your weather forecast. I want to touch on another big event coming our way. It'll be happening on October the 14th from 10 to 5 at Nottingham Park. Once again, the 13th annual Man of the Cliff. And that returns to Avon once again for a day of festivities like you wouldn't normally see anywhere. So Man of the Cliff is your chance to put on your favorite flannel shirt and your overalls, your work gear, and take a shot at axe throwing. They're also going to have keg tossing once again, spear throwing, caber tossing, pulp tossing. They got archery, they've got speed chopping, they have a team tug of war, and they also have a competition which is the 2-man crosscut. Now it's free to attend, but they recommend a $10 donation because all of the proceeds benefit our local Can Do MS chapter right here in Eagle County. So while you're at the event at Nottingham, craft brewers will be there, local food trucks, and just that mountain town vibe. So there you go. Man of the Cliff, October the 14th, Nottingham Park from 10 to 5. You can go to manofthecliff.com to find out all of the festivities. Let that beard grow out, get your flannel shirt ready to go, your overalls, and that's what you got. All right, quick break coming our way. Back to the studio with Kim after the break with the Eagle Valley Library District. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Purchase an Access card and save 20% at participating retailers between now and September 30th. Each card purchased provides one full day of a professional adaptive assistance for a person in need. Your $55 donation allows Access Unbound to continue doing incredible work in our community. Shop local, support local, and make an incredible impact. Buy yours at au-accesscard.org.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wild-crafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at revivalvailvalley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, I told you it's an exciting second half of the show today. We have, I would say, legend and real estate expert advice, Ty Stockton of the Stockton Group and Compass, joining me today to talk about two gorgeous properties that are on the market right now. Ty, how are you?
I'm doing great. And really, sometimes I come in and we talk a little bit, but today I think we should just jump right in because we have these two amazing homes, and I want to make sure we get to talk about them because they're very unique, and that one is in Vail and one is in Bachelor Gulch, but they have a lot of similarities, you know, like we talked about off air, is that they both are south facing. So everybody always wants to know, you know, are they sun drenched homes or south facing? Do I get nice sunlight? And in the wintertime when the days are shorter, that's a really nice thing to have. And then, you know, one of the other top things on everybody's list are views. And so 335 Elkhorn, which is one of the homes we're talking about today, has just these what I call stand back views of Beaver Creek Resort. So
Stunning.
even though you're in Bachelor Gulch, you know, you're kind of peeled back and you get that amazing view where you see the village, all the ski runs, and then it has the added bonus of Game Creek Bowl, which is on Vail Mountain. So very, very unique to have that. And then new construction is kind of that third leg of the stool that I talk about with people, is that we want something new that's turnkey, it's trouble-free, and it has all the latest and greatest amenities. So,
well, this one is absolutely stunning, and it's, you know, ski in, ski out. You can go from village to village, and I think that's a really exciting, fun piece as well. And so, tell me about this property. You said that it's kind of record-breaking in regard to price point and what it could be, and it's just very exciting.
well, you know, Bachelor Gulch and Beaver Creek are having their time, I sort of say now, with Vail prices really continuing to go up, up, up. A lot of people are taking notice of the value in Beaver Creek and in Bachelor Gulch. And, you know, this home is priced at $24.5 million, which is an all-time high for Bachelor Gulch. And when I sat with the seller, I said, that price is really warranted for the design. It is brand new construction, and this is really the finest home built in Bachelor Gulch in over 10 years.
Wow.
You know, and they were able to go to the design board in Bachelor Gulch, and we brought forth a very unique, you know, mountain, either modern or contemporary look, which is unusual for Bachelor Gulch. And the initial reaction in the first 30 days we've had it out there has been extremely strong. People see the fit and finish, and that's what they desire this day. Big open kitchen, nice dedicated dining room, this gorgeous room, sort of a hearth room, you know, we talked about, but larger, almost a family room off the kitchen. So it really lends itself well to sitting and entertaining and relaxing, and then you enjoy that view of Beaver Creek. So, you know, when I go across the board, I'm like, check, check, check. Okay, and we believe it will sell over 20 million, and that will be record-breaking in that no home to date in Bachelor Gulch has sold for that. But again, this house really deserves that recognition because they left no stone unturned. It's beautifully built and designed, and on over 4.5 acres.
Yeah, that's incredible to have that in a ski town. Is stunning.
Well, some people ask me, they go, "Gosh, what would a house like this be worth in Vail?" And it's a $40 million discussion, and you couldn't get 4.5 acres, you know, on the ski runs in Vail. So, you know, if you're looking for a larger home, it's 10,000 square feet. We have lots of bedrooms, a great club room, we call it. It's up on an upper level, so it takes advantage of those views, and there's billiard table and TVs. You can watch sporting events and things like that. So again, just keep checking those boxes. It's amazing.
Well, I love the details on both of these properties. You know, they have that modern aesthetic, but they're also incorporating like exposed wood and, you know, hardwood floors and brick. So it gives you a little bit of that lodge mountain, I guess you could say, nod in that direction.
Well, yeah, ideally you want to bring in some of those indigenous materials. So stone and wood, and then you know, Sandy Lane, which we're going to talk about, you know, incorporates exposed steel beams, more of a mountain modern aesthetic, we call it. And, you know, what I like about that home is similar to Elkhorn, is that You're south facing, so you're stepped back from Vail Mountain this time, but you have gorgeous views of the ski slopes. You can see here through the windows, big open glass, outdoor patio. Again, that open floor plan that people like. It's a little bit more informal, which has kind of become the norm. You know, you kitchen, dining, living room, fireplace, you know, everybody can gather and hang out. It becomes very social. You know, here, as you know, at the end of the day, we want to talk about, you know, whether we went golfing or mountain bike riding or rafting or Jeep tours or hiking, you know, and in the wintertime, you know, skiing, snowmobiling, those sort of things. So everybody wants to be really social, and Sandy Lane really lends itself nicely to that main floor master, you know, with a nice big bathroom with beautiful top-notch finishes. 3-car garage in Vail, which is a little tricky to get.
It's almost unheard of.
It's almost unheard of. And this was designed by Pavan Kruger, who's a really well-noted local architect, and built by Klaus Holm, who's a great local builder. So you know you're going to get great quality. And when you step into this home or Elkhorn, you're going to get a turnkey home that's just ready to move into. And that's what we're seeing a lot right now, is people just want sort of easy, like, can I buy it furnished? Does it need work? You know, can I just buy it, close on it, start enjoying it? And the answer is very much yes on both of these homes.
Yeah, and both of the homes, which I love, as I was looking through the pictures and looking at the 3D tour that you provide online as well, is just the different and unique details in every room. You know, some houses you walk into, you know, the 2 public bathrooms look the same, or the common use bathrooms look the same, but these have unique features in each and every room of the house, and it's just stunning.
Well, it lends itself to the all-star cast that both homes have. You know, quality architect or architecture, and quality builder. And so, you know, at these price points, you want each space to be unique and special, and you want to know that somebody put a lot of thought into each one of those rooms and each one of those elements of the house, and both of them offer that.
Awesome.
Definitely.
So how can we see these houses? Tell me about it.
So it's really great. I love when people just call me directly on my cell phone. I'm always available, 970-471-2557. You've got 738sandylane.com or 335elkhorn.com. We have websites that, as you said, we got video tours, we've got videos, 3D tours rather, lots and lots of great photos, floor plans. We try to make it easy. We want you to get excited about seeing these homes online, but we love when you call us. And the last thing that's really unique is it's the only one of its kind in the world, is a immersion theater that we've trademarked in our office in Solaris and Vail. We do essentially 1-to-1 size tours in a 9-foot by 16-foot screen, and we showcase, by the way, you could see every single home in the Vail Valley. We do that in a large format while you have a glass of tea or a cappuccino, or we'll bring in sweet basil and do hors d'oeuvres or matsuhisa, and we want you to do it in the comfort of our showroom. If you're in the home search and you're not sure what you want, we can literally go look at 10 or 15 homes in 30 or 40 minutes.
That's
and get
incredible.
to a short list. And so we invite people to come in and book an appointment and do a tour in our immersion theater. But we're very hands-on, and we're always, you could see here's a few shots of what we're doing in our office, and literally it's a 1-to-1 scale, 9 feet tall, so you can go into a living room and feel like you're there. It's really, really special, and you know, we've seen so much positive feedback on our immersion theater that we're going to continue to invest and improve and create ways to. It's all about time.
It really is.
People come here on vacation, they're eating up the lifestyle, they want to enjoy it, and they want to buy a house. They just don't want to spend 2 or 3 days eliminating homes. That's the feedback we've got. So we do that elimination process instead of 8 hours. We do it in about 30 minutes. And then we say, now let's go look at these 2 homes and pick the one you want and buy it, and and live happily ever after, I suppose.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, if people want to see these two homes and can't necessarily make it to the actual home itself, they can just come into the theater and see it that way.
Yeah, and a lot of times in peak season, homes or condos, they're rented. They can't get in, so we call it the immersion theater guarantee. We're the only ones that say, we guarantee you we're going to show you every home in the Vail Valley exactly when you want to see it.
And you get to relax while doing it. Cappuccinos and sweet basil.
We believe
sign me
drinking
up.
champagne and wine and having great food while you're looking at real estate is a must, right?
And definitely will put you in the right headspace.
It will put you in the right headspace.
To make a decision.
If you're an hour late from skiing or doing a mountain bike ride or something, we don't care. It's not about us. This is about your time here, and we want to make it easy. The Stockton Group really, truly caters to the customer's needs. Whatever that makes it easy for them, that's what we're going to try to do. We want to deliver that customer service.
Wonderful. Now, Ty, tell us one more time where to go, your personal cell phone or more information.
Yeah, so again, call me. My cell phone is 970-471-2557. You'll see it on the bottom of the screen here, and try to always answer it. If not, I'll get right back to you. Somebody on my team will. And we just want to help people realize their dream of home ownership in the Vail Valley. And a lot of people are doing it, and they take those initial steps to just reach out, no pressure. We just want them to understand and be educated about what we're doing here and how people are buying and selling homes. So.
And you are that person, the expert in the Valley. So thank you for all that you've done to really bring a great community here in town. We appreciate you.
It's our pleasure. Thanks for having me on the air today.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Ty. Now stay tuned. We have Eagle Valley Library and a few more things here on this Friday morning edition, the last Friday in September on Good Morning Vail. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Snooki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
TV8 Vail is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vail at 7 a.m. and stay all day for lifestyle favorites such as Good Day Vail, Daily Flash, Suki and Scott, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave with back-to-back episodes of Scoreboard Nation and Outdoor America. Find us all day, every day on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on TV8Vail.com, and on all our social media platforms. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Lion's Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lion's Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to Danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, this is an exciting Friday morning edition with the Eagle Valley Library District because we have so many cool things to talk about today. Joining me today is Tegan. How are you, Tegan?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm so good. I'm loving all of these toys. I know we've talked several times about the Library of Things, and this is literally a bunch of things that you brought from the library.
Yep. So this is our new telescope, and I wanted to bring it because last night was the full moon, and so this is a perfect opportunity to see the craters on the moon with your family, or I mean just you if you're interested, and you can check it out at the library. So it's brand new. We're super excited about it, and you can do the small, you can take the big. There's all sorts of fun things when you check it out. We don't leave you on your own. We provide a book, of course, and then we also have a map of the stars, so that even if you don't have a full moon to look at, or maybe you're looking at crescent and you want to see what all sorts of stars that you're also seeing in the sky, we do have the map of the stars.
This is so fun. So you can just turn it.
Yeah, based upon where you are.
You all the different. Yeah, I love that.
So there's going to obviously be stars that we see, whereas if you were in the southern hemisphere, you would not see. And so this will help guide you on what you're enjoying in the night sky.
So many different constellations that I am not familiar with.
Yes, there's lots.
I definitely would love to go stargazing.
Oh,
yeah.
There you are.
There
you are. And you can see Venus and Mars. Again, this is a very beginner telescope, so it's great for the craters on the moon. And then Venus and Mars just look a little bit more bigger and a little bit more twinkly. But you're not going to see as much with obviously planets that are further away.
And very user friendly. So you would give
very user friendly.
If they were to come rent it and they've never used one before, you would show them exactly how to use it.
Yes, and it comes with directions. So if you get lost, we have directions in the bag, and it's really easy to set up, which is also why I like it. Because again, we want people to be able to check out things from the library and be able to use them right away without them being too hard or cumbersome.
Awesome.
And what is also in the bag is the only opportunity you can use binoculars to look at the sun. Please don't look at the sun without them. So these are actually solar binoculars that you can check out. They come with the telescope. And so you would just look at the sun with them because they are dark. As you can see, you won't see anything.
Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, nope, definitely don't see anything right now.
Right?
Like,
so
am I
they
holding
will
it too
protect.
close?
Yep, they will protect your eyes because obviously you're not supposed to look at the sun because it is so bright, but you can with these. And what might be interesting to look at the sun with is the solar eclipse. So we do have the solar eclipse coming up on October 14th.
Okay.
And we got some adult programs next week. We'll have some kid programs. We're really excited about it because it's a fun event for everyone just to kind of step outside. I think it's happening around like 10-ish, to step outside and just kind of see the whole show.
So speaking of programs for the solar eclipse, tell me a little bit more about that. So
Okay.
you have adult and children.
Yes,
Talk to
we'll
me
have
about the
adult and
first.
children. So Rick Spitzer is going to be at our libraries. He'll be at Avon, I believe, on October 3rd, and I think we just organized him for the Gypsum Public Library, and I don't remember the date right now. But he is, so he's a local photographer, and so he has been actually, when the solar eclipse happened in 2017, he was up in Wyoming, because that's where you could see the full eclipse. We're only going to see a partial eclipse here based upon our location. So he's just there to like show pictures of what he's done, talk about the eclipse. If anyone is an amateur photographer, it might be a great opportunity to ask some really good questions and get tips and tricks on your own solar photography if that's what you're into, or just general photography. You'll see his pictures often on the Vail Daily.
Awesome, and it's so cool because it's such a rare natural phenomenon.
Yes.
And to be able to learn about how you can really experience the moment is awesome.
Yeah, we're hoping, and again, it's an educational opportunity to come in, but also just enjoy some lovely photographs.
That's great. So, Library of Things,
Yes.
solar eclipse. What
Solar
else
eclipse.
is happening right now as we're heading into October?
Yes, so October is when we kick off our after-school programs across the district. So Avon, Eagle, and Gypsum Public Libraries will have our after-school programs for K through 5th.
Okay.
And so we recommend that you sign up just so we know that you're coming and we can have as much crafts as possible. Again, our crafts are STEM-based, or actually STEAM-based because we throw in art. So science, technology, engineering, art, and math.
Okay.
are the veins that we explore in after school.
Okay, great. So you took a little bit of a break as we went from
Yes.
summer, gave
Yes.
everybody a little bit of a break there, and now you're rolling into starting the programs up again in October.
Yep. So summer reading is a huge chunk, and it's a big program that we do, and then we take a little break so that we can gear up for fall, so that the children's librarians and teens librarians can get everything scheduled and organized and get all the supplies in, so that when you come to the library, we have what you need.
So after school programs. Now
Yes.
you're still doing after school reading programs as well?
Yes, so
you can read with dogs?
Yeah, so we have Reading Buddies. So Reading Buddies pairs little buddies, so 1st through 3rd with teens, so 9th through 12th graders. And so they pair up, and it's a really good experience for the littles because reading can be extremely challenging, nerve-wracking, and you're not with an adult, so that just kind of brings down the anxiety and stress because you're just with like a bigger peer. And so then we've also been able to get the therapy dogs in for some of these sessions.
Okay.
So then the kids can also read to dogs, and the dogs are amazing. They just hang out next to the kid, and again, reading can be really anxiety inducing. It can be challenging, and the dog doesn't judge. So it's really easy to be able to read next to a dog. And of course you get some cuddles in, but it allows the child to explore the words and not feel like they have that parent or teacher added stress, because reading is a trick that we do with our brains. And so it does take us time to learn it.
It definitely does. Well, fun testimonial. I was just speaking to our weekend host, Liz, and her dog participates in the program.
nice.
She was
That's
telling
great.
me how one of the children turns and makes sure that she sees the pictures in the book. So Liz is interacting as well, and I love that story. I think it's so fun.
Yeah, they don't want the dogs to miss out on the story either. So, and it's just really lovely to see that the little buddies interact with the animals as well as with the big buddies.
And to watch their confidence
Yes,
grow.
yes.
I love that program.
Yeah.
I think it's such a unique program here in the Valley because we love
thank
our
you.
dogs and we love our kids and we love education. So
Right. And we're working on literacy one step at a time.
That's great. So Tegan, are you seeing a lot of people in and out of the library right now because we are in a slower season, or tell me more?
Okay, so anyone can get a library card. Just come in with ID, and it doesn't need to. It can be your gym pass. It could be your ski pass. We just need to see a photo that you are you, and you can come get a library card. So as we go into our shoulder season, we are getting more of the parents and families back because it's school time, so checking out for homework. But we're also getting visitors, and then we're getting the seasonal workers coming in. And so everyone is welcome to get a library card, whether you're just working for a season or you're a visitor. You can come in and use our libraries. So especially in our Avon branch, we'll see an uptick in new library cards, and we're seeing an uptick in new library cards down in Gypsum as well. So we're just excited that people are coming in, and we hope that they take out some awesome items.
Awesome. So once again, solar eclipse. Tell us about the dates. Will be listed on the website.
Yeah, we'll be listed on the website, which is evld.org. So you'll see more programming there because we have some kid programming as well. And then the solar eclipse is on the 14th. So Gypsum is going to be doing a solar eclipse party. We'll have glasses. We'll show you how to look at the solar eclipse. If you don't get glasses, there's a way you can do it with a paper and a pencil. And then we have some adult programs around the solar eclipse, and I hope everyone steps outside and just watches the show.
Awesome. So library things, you can rent the telescope, brand new.
Yes, brand new.
So
you can check it
come
out
and
with
get
your
it
library
quickly.
card. And it's free. Everything at the library is free.
Awesome. So tell us where the website is one more time.
Yep, evld.org.
Awesome. Well, Tegan, thanks for bringing all of these fun toys and educational pieces of material to really just get out in nature.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me share.
Awesome. Now, we are coming up on the end of our Friday morning edition, so you don't want to go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7:30 a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal. And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now, check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Suki and Scott Show, we are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Let's wrap things up with another look at your weather forecast. For today, we're going to see a high of 74 degrees in the Vail area, mostly sunny skies with a slight breeze out of the southwest. Yeah, Denver temperatures today, your hourly forecast, we're going to be sunny all day long. Warmest time of the day at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Denver today, 85 and sunny. For Vail, 74. Avon, 76, and Eagle, 77. Tonight we're going to see 40 degrees for that low temperature with our sun setting at 6:53. And then for Saturday and Sunday, sunshine, 72 for Saturday, 65 for Sunday. And then for Monday, 68 with a 30% chance of moisture. For Tuesday, we're going to see 54 with a 50% chance of moisture. And then for Wednesday, 57 with a 50% chance of maybe some rain and maybe even some snow showers. So that's a look at your weather, everybody. Now, down here on the river, I hope you all have a spectacular weekend. I'm your host, Mark Sassy, out here. We're going to take it back to Kim down the studio to wrap things up for your weekend.
Thank you, Mark. It was great to have you. I love seeing where you are in the community. You're always out and about and just showing us all of the great beauty that is the valley here. We had an exciting Friday edition. Bill Humbert, if you are looking for a job application, how to do that, we love the advice that he gives us. Ty Stockton, 2 gorgeous properties. Go check them out and support Megan Buchanan as she completes the Explorers Grand Slam. And if you're looking to gaze at those stars, go check out the Eagle Valley Library. They've got incredible toys. I'm your host, Kimberly Farrow. Thanks for joining me on this Friday morning at Good Morning Vail.
See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking